Hello, good evening, everybody. Can you believe Monday? And we had 22 degrees in Toronto today. It was just amazing. I don't know what it was 22 by me, but I'm sure we're by the water, so it's a little cooler. But it was really nice everywhere else. So the most important thing is that we, you know, is that we have this amazing time that we're doing and bringing out things and seeing people, and it's getting better. I hope more vaccines are coming. People are been able to get outside and have a little bit of everything to do. So I'm looking forward to it. I spent some time in the garden today. I went to a garden center and spent way too much money on plants. I can never see when it's enough. And so it's kind of really nice doing that. So let's see how we're doing today. Hello, Yoko. How are you? Hi, Yoko. I was just sending a little note out there and telling everybody we are here and saying how much fun it was going to the garden center today. So I didn't see you this morning if you had a live today. As soon as I was done, I spread with my praying partner and off to the garden center. And then you have to line up, and I know you missed it this morning too. So it was really amazing. The garden center line up, and my garden is my big things. So by the time I got there, well, it wasn't too bad. You have to line up, then they have to clean the cart, find the cart, bring it to you. And it's a huge place. It's all the way in Markham. And so it was great. So I was there for about an hour and a half, a few $100s later. Because I needed so many annuals, and I haven't even, and then I went and I bought 16 bags of soil. I lugged them in myself. Felt great. I was feeling really good. So it was a nice feeling. So hi, life. I miss you. Life without living with divorce. Is that what it is? I have to look at this name. I love the name, but living life after divorce. That is amazing, after. And conquer it and get there. So I love these names that people use. It's such amazing. And it just tells you a little bit of a story of what's going on. And it's really, really nice to know that people have different things, and yet they just take it and they move it to another level and say, I'm okay. After this experience, I am okay. I am more than okay. I'm living my life. So that's really an amazing thing. So good evening and welcome to the Tessa-Marie show. This is Tessa-Marie, if you don't know who I am. So welcome, and let's get this party on the road. We have to get this party started. Hi, Rosita. How are you? I don't know why I changed your name, Rosie, but that's okay. So let's get this party on the road. It's just a nice day in Toronto today. It was hot. It was really fun. And then I had this question, and I wanted to make sure that we talked about what it is we're doing each and every day. So one of the things I wanted, hi Rosie Rose, how are you? We have a date, so don't forget our date. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about is that today I didn't get a chance to join anybody's live because I was at the garden center. Then I got home and I had to go get soil, unpacking it. And anyway, here we are. But I'm ready for tonight's show. Tonight's show is one of those nights where you're going to feel good about it. Because what I'm asking you is a question and I want an answer. Or you can ask me back the question. How many times have you made, hi Nikki, how many times have you made a promise to yourself? And how do you feel about the promise? Especially, have you kept that promise? Making a promise to yourself, and have you kept the promise that you made to yourself? So this is something we need to look at. Because sometimes we make these amazing promises to ourselves and we don't keep them. So how do you feel though? How many times you've made a promise? And how many times have you, to yourself, and how many times have you kept that promise? This is the answer that you're looking for. So tell me. Because when we make promises to self, we put it low, really low on the range of things that must be kept and things that must be done. We take those promises we make to ourselves and we put them down there. It's ourselves, it's for us. So it's the last thing on the list. It's below everything else. Everybody and everything else in our life is absolutely more important than us. So we take those promises we make to ourselves and we chuck it down there. And we pay no attention to it until something slaps us in the face and, oh, I had promised myself. And it's usually under the banner of regret. So share that with me. How many times have you made a promise to yourself and you have not seen it through? On the other side of the coin, how many of these promises you've made to yourself, you've seen it through, and how do you feel? So you have two answers. How many of them? You don't have to say how many, but choose one and say, you know what, I made this promise to myself to do something, and I did it, and I kept it, and it opened other doors. It gave me another opportunity. It taught me something new. How many times have you done that? Come on, let me see what you're doing. Now, how did you feel when you didn't keep that promise you made to yourself? I used to have that conversation with my husband a lot. And I would say to him, do not make a promise to me you know you cannot keep. And that's the question. How are you making those promises, and what are you doing about keeping them? Do you keep them? Do you ignore them? Do you say it's me, it doesn't matter? And yet, if it was a promise to somebody else, you would have kept it. So how many times have you made a promise to self and not kept the promise? How many times? And if you did that, what happened? How did you feel when you realized that you made the promise to do something for you, only for you, but you stepped away from it and you did something for somebody else? Come on. Not that it was bad doing for somebody else, but sometimes you don't do anything for anybody else either, but that time you let it pass and you maybe got binging on TV, you watched a show. I don't mind if you read a book, but how do you feel when at the back of your head you're thinking, I should have really done this. I should have gone for my walk today. I should have exercised today. I had that happening to me. I would make the promise that for myself that I would do something for me. I know it's really important for me to go walking. It's really important for me to get up, and first thing is to do my exercises. Then after the live, to take an hour and go for a walk. And sometimes I would do a live while on the walk. But I have found myself sometimes something else comes in the way. Because there's only one thing I should be doing after my morning live is pray with my praying partner. But when we do that, sometimes our conversation goes into it, then I don't get my walk done. And between 4 and 7, there's not a lot of time to do that. So I am talking to you about me. I am not preaching at you and asking you to just realize that. But I do this too, and I keep saying that to you. When I ask you a question, that is because I have to ask that question of myself. I am going through the experience. So I'm no different than you. I just want to stimulate you and let you realize we have to take care of ourselves. And whatever we promise ourselves we will do for ourselves, we need to do that. And that is what is important. So, making a promise, I am going to pray after the live with my prayer partner. That's what we do. And then immediately after that, go for my walk. But then it's not that it's an important thing. I'm dilly-dallying. I might say I'm going to do this and sit outside. I'll read the book. And all the time the walk is it's not hard. It's not fast. It's not difficult. But because it's for me, it doesn't seem to have an urgency. Yet it's better for me. So I want to know how you feel, because we have to start, when we make these promises to ourselves, we're sending a message to our subconscious mind, to ourselves, to our heart, to our desires. And if we cannot keep these little promises, how are we going to keep the big ones that we make to ourselves? We make them and we don't keep them. So if I'm say I'm walking every day, I am going to exercise every morning. That I do, no matter what. I get up and I exercise in the morning. And it's the most difficult thing to do. So it's good. It's a good thing it's first. So after prayer, which is also very difficult to say, call my prayer partner, let's get praying instead of chatting. And then the next thing is that, okay, goodbye, I have to go. But then we dilly-dally and talk about something that has no, and if you asked us an hour later, what were you chatting about? Maybe 10-15% of it was worthwhile, and the other 85% of it we couldn't think. So that's why I come to you to ask you, because I do that sometimes. So what are you saying about it? I need to know. I haven't seen any questions. I haven't seen anybody. All you do is say hello to everybody. That is fine. And so tell me, Rose and Rosie, what are you guys? Yoko, Dorato, Nikki, what are you saying? How many times have you done that? Don't forget carrying 15 bags of topsoil like a beast. Right? I did 16, not 15, 16 bags of topsoil I lugged today. And you know, strong like streetcar. But I practice in the winter. I keep myself, my shoulders and I lift a 10-pound ball and I do this, and you know, just because I know in the summer I'm going to be used carrying stuff around. So I do it purposely. Hi Ali, how are you? So the question is, what promise have you made to yourself and you haven't kept it? Share it, let us hear. You know, have you done it? And when you do keep it, how does it feel? Donato, you don't have to tell the world how old I am. I wish you would just sometimes just be quiet. So tell me, how many of you do that? Because, you know, we have to have a discussion about it. You guys are sleeping at the wheel tonight. Where are you? Get up and let me know how you're feeling. Ali's here. Ali, get them going. Say something to them. They are being quiet. Nobody is talking about the stuff that they do. I told you, I make promises to myself to go for a walk every day. And I don't keep it every day because I do other things. So what I'm hearing is that nobody is responding. Rosie is here, Rosita is here. None of you. So all the promises you make to yourself, you're saying you keep them. That's what you're saying. Light the fire and let me know the truth. So we can work on this together. What would you do if you were in my place? So I'm asking you a question concerning me. Since you're not going to do it, I'm going to learn from you guys. Everybody here on this live keeps all the promises they make to themselves. Wow, congratulations. I am so happy. So I need help because I don't. I don't always keep the promise to walk every day. I get distracted from other things. And it's not difficult because I do the difficult things first. This is just for me. Nobody else benefits from me going for an hour walk or 45 minutes walks. And I do 1 kilometer in 10 minutes and 15 seconds. So it's under 11 minutes to do 1 kilometer of walking. So that means I don't walk slow. But what I want to say is that, why is it I put it out and yet I am the one coming here and talk to you? So I want you to know I'm no different than you. I want you to understand. So that's why I'm sharing this with you. What promises have you made to yourself that you're not keeping? Just like me, I forgot. Today I didn't walk. So if I look at my watch, it told me that I had 12 minutes of exercise. And I'm sure that was the 12 minutes to lug these bags and that's it. So I didn't go like this, you know, this is how I walk. And I walk heel to toe. And I didn't do any of that. So I am asking you to share. So since you guys, what can I do? Give me the advice I'm looking for. Help me to make sure I keep that promise to self that I must walk every day. It makes the limb limber and everything is loose and goosey loose and you can walk and move and then I can dance on the show with you. So I need your help. Share with me what it is you do. Donato has already told you how old I am. So I need all the help I can get. And since all of you obviously keeps all the promises you make to yourself, then help me. Because tonight I threw it at you and I said, here I am. I expose myself to you. I do not keep the promise of walking every day. I'm going to be more distracted as the season gets warmer. My absolute favorite spot is the garden. So any spare chance I have, I will be in that garden, doing something, digging something, carrying something, doing something. But it's not the same as going for a constant 45-minute walking. There's more benefits to that. The garden is soothing for the body, mind, soul, and spirit. When you're in there and you're playing with Mother Nature and you're doing this and you're pruning and you're cutting, you're feeling really good. but it's not the exercise program that I need. So what would you do if you were in my place? Tell me. And don't be shy. You guys have no problem keeping the promises you make to yourself. Everybody's quiet. I have a bunch of church mouse at my show tonight. Wake up, people, and speak to me. Let me hear what you do, because I need your help, and I'm asking for it. Don't have to. So come on, everybody. Hi. I keep doing morning exercises. Okay. I do that in the morning, but I don't go for that 45 minutes of walking. You know that 45 minutes of walking is better for you than lifting weights, because it moves all the joints, right? And especially 75 and carrying 16 bags of topsoil, and people whine, oh my God. I know, but I want to do this one. I want to walk like this every day because I know the difference, what it does to my health. So that's what I'm trying to say. Wake up and tell me, feed me. I wake up at 5 a.m. too. So I'm up at 5 by 10, 12, not even 10, maybe 7 minutes after 5, I am stretching and pushing and doing lunges and all these things that I do. I even do some boxing moves. But that is not enough. I need to have the limbs going heel to toe. So how is it I am not always doing it? I need to know what is the mindset that I need. And you guys have the answer, because I made promise to myself to have a good morning routine. What is your answer to me? You have a good morning routine, but what is the answer for me? I want to know, because I'm counting on you guys. I was sleeping, please wait. Ali said he was sleeping, please wait. Okay, Ali's coming in for an answer. Let's give it up for Ali. Where Ali? I'm like, John. Yes, I have a question. I have a promise. If you're just joining, I made to myself to go walking for 45 minutes to an hour every day. I walk a kilometer in 10.15 seconds every day, but I haven't been doing it, and I know I have a huge distraction crawling into me, warm weather and a garden that I love. What it is I can do? Tell me, people, talk to me. I need your help. I need to know what I can do so that I do this walking, because you know what it's like to come out and to look at the garden and to see everything is just so beautiful, and it just needs tending, and it needs, you go there, you see a weed here, you just see something, you need to touch it. There's some plants that have fragrances. There's one that smells like coffee, and you just touch the leaves and you want to stay there. I want to just lie on the grass and look at them. But I know I need to do that. And if I don't do that, I will pay the price for that. So that's why I'm coming to my team here, coming to my family here. We are a family on the Tessa-Marie show. And just Yoko said that, I have a morning routine. But that is more than a morning routine. That happens around 10 o'clock in the morning. 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning after my prayer. How do I do it? I need to conquer this. Because right now, when I'm done with the life, you think I should go walking to make up for it? Because I've only exercised for 10 minutes according to my watch. Because when I do these stretches and exercises in the morning, it's my watch. I don't time it on my watch. I just do for 20 minutes until I'm done. And I do sweat. So I need to know what it is to do. 5 a.m. club like Robin Sharma, fine, but I do that already. I get up already and I do exercise and I do all the things. So all I need for you guys to tell me to do is, how do I ignore everything else and take care of Tessa? I need your help. I'm going to keep you guys here all night long. I'm going to jam you so you cannot leave. I have promised myself that I will not stop learning and helping others until my last breath. I like that, but I need your help, Ali. I have that promise too, but I need your help. That's fine. Good for you, Ali. How are you going to help me to stay on point? What are you going to do? Are you going to DM me at 10 a.m. and say, Tessa-Marie, get cracking. Have you gone for your walk yet? What are you going to do? I want somebody to tell me. Okay, that's great, Ali. Thanks, Rose. Where are you? You're on my side, right? I hope. You're telling Ali thank you. What about me, guys? Look at them. Thank you. You guys are having a conversation, and there I am yearning for help. What is it with my family? Come on, people. I cannot believe this. Because I'm the oldest one in the group, you guys are ignoring me? Come on, I need your help. Wake up, people. Wake up. Let's do this. I'm counting on you. What was the question? Oh my God, Rosie Rose. Really? The question is, have you made promises to yourself and not able to keep them, and why? And if you have made promises to yourself and you have kept them all, help me, because there is one promise I made to myself, and when the garden is alive and coming like it's waking up now, you should see it. It's beautiful. The spring ones are coming up. It's so tempting. It's like a lover you want to spend all your time with. That's where all my passion is, in the garden. So it's hard for me to leave the garden and walk away. She goes, hi, Donado. Is that an answer, Rosie? Come on, people. You know, and then Ali goes, thank you, dear friend. And go where? I cannot go for my walk. And you guys are forming the fool with me. Come on, wake me up and tell me what to do. They go, are you guys on drugs tonight? Yoko goes, where to go? Where to go, Tessa? Where to go where? I'm not going for my walk in the morning. So obviously I'm not way to go in anywhere. And I'm asking, what would you do if you were in my place? You come out of the side door, and if you come out of the side and you just look this way, this garden is like a secret lover and saying, come to me, I love you, come and spend time with me, come and tend to me. The grass is soft, the dew is on the grass, the leaves have tiny droplets of dew all over them, the rose bushes are looking green and shiny, and that coffee plant is permeating the garden with coffee scent, and then the bee balm is just coming up, and that nice aroma it goes, because that's what attracts the bees, and the grass looks like a carpet. Come on, people, help me to say no to my lover, the garden. To say no, not today, not now, anyway. Let me go for my walk and I'll come back. What would you do if you were in my place? That is not good enough. I need to know what to do. 30 minutes. Hit the exercise at 5:30. I can't. I have to meditate at 5:30. It has to be after 10. It has to be between 9:30 and 10. Till about 10:30, 10:45. It cannot be any other time. At 5:30, I've just finished exercising. Then it's prayer, meditation, shower. Get ready. I do a live at 8. So I have to prepare myself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually to deliver. And the one time, the only person that gives me something is Millie. And that is a new member to the family. Shame, shame, shame. Ali, Donato, Rosie, Yoko, Rosita, all of you, shame, shame, shame. A brand new member at least has an idea. 30 minutes, hit exercise at 5:30 a.m. and I can't. Because then something else will suffer. So I am talking to these people here and nobody is telling me what to do. So YouTube, try YouTube. Really? I have to go for a walk. It's a walk that I have to do. It's not YouTube. You guys definitely, Rosie, bring iPad and do exercise. I'm waiting. I am just waiting for you people. When the world opens, I'm going to have a family conference and I'm really having you guys are going to suffer for that. You guys bring my iPad. Exercise by your garden. I have to walk, Yoko. Walk. Not like you, Yoko. Yoko gets up at 5, guys, and she does this. Can I show you what Yoko does when she wakes up at 5? I hope I don't fall. This is Yoko. And she does this one, right? I can do that too, Yoko. See? So I do that every day. But that is not the one I'm talking. This is Yoko. While the world is sleeping, I am exercising. I can do that, but I need a walk. Just go for a walk, LOL. That is not good enough. I need more than that from you guys. I want to know how I should handle the temptation. It's like somebody who wants to lose weight and they're looking at a chocolate bar or a nice piece of cake. and they cannot put it down. That's my problem. How do I fix this? So exercise by the garden, take the iPad and go outside to exercise, go for a walk, LOL, laugh out loud, stroll down, stroll down. Okay, I will go on your house. I'll be at your house at 5:30. I wish. Okay. Anyway, it was fun tonight. I just wanted to see there's not one of you admitted that you have a problem with this. What a perfect family. I am so sorry. You guys are so perfect. I don't know what to do. So you said, not one of you said anything about it. So anyway, seriously, that is something that sometimes I let slip, but basically when I make a promise to myself, I keep it. The promise to exercise, the promise, it's a temptation. Somebody said to me, the garden, when you're in the garden working, you're also exercising. But I want the limbering of the limbs by walking. I do all the stretches. I do the sun salutation, as you can see. I can do that. I can do this one where you stretch your leg over here, your body down here. So I do those. So now I have to work it out. So I just wanted to know if anybody had that experience. So if you guys ever come across it, I do understand that you make a promise to yourself you cannot keep. And it's hard to keep it because, of course, psychologically, we put ourselves last. Everybody, men and women, not only, some people say, well, women put themselves last. I found out men do the same. They'll go around doing everything and ignore themselves and what they plan to do. Like, if they need to lose weight, exercise is a hard one because nobody really likes exercising. And where I live is very, very, very pretty. It's like a forest. So there's lots of trees and lots of pretty things to watch and houses and nice things to go. So I should really enjoy it, but I get distracted because of the weather. In the winter, you know what? I would put the heaviest coat I have on and go. No question asked. But when spring and summer comes, I cannot leave the garden. So every day I need a DM, I need an encouragement from you guys. But I'm really happy that you guys came and share my story tonight. So I wanted you to know I'm just like you. Sometimes I come here and I ask you, what do you do? So although I said what it is, it was really for me. I wanted to know how you felt about, I feel bad when I don't do it. When I don't go walking, I really feel like, really, you should have gone. Why, what was your reason? I'm trying to figure it in. So I think I have to put blinders on. Like when you have a horse in a race, they put these blinders on the horse. So when I come out of the side door, maybe I should go out through the front door. I'm going to work it out. And I hope you guys, I'll let you know how it's going. So every day when I come to do the evening show, I will say, today I went for my walk and how long it was. So hold me accountable. I need your help. Just like when you say, Tessa-Marie, do this, help me with this, same thing. So send in your light and joy. And I hope all of you had a great time laughing at me. And I hope it was a good enough life for you. That's advice for myself, Rosie says. I will go to your house at 5:30 a.m. I know. Stroll down myself. Exercise by your garden. I'll do that. Just go for a walk. I'll go to do all of that. 1 of 6. My problem is, what are you avoiding, Tessa-Marie? I don't know. I don't know what I'm avoiding by not going for the walk. Angela, do you go for a walk every day to keep your body moving? I just want to know. That's what we're working for today. So I am saying that when I get out at 10:30 or 9:30 and I look at the garden at this time of the year, it is so tempting. You guys, when the garden, you'll see what it looks like as the blooms are coming up, and then we will address it again. What would you do? I am saying to them, my garden is like my lover. My garden is my passion. My garden, I just feel so into it. I have stayed in the garden for 12 hours straight and don't stop. But when I come in, I look like a covered in mud. I just used to just go downstairs and strip into the shower. So what I'm trying to say is that it's harder to do my morning walk because I am more tempted to go walk under the moist grass. It feels like a cushion, carpet underneath your feet. Smell the fragrance of the early morning. See the birds and sometimes the butterflies. And we have lots of hummingbirds coming. And you just see them and they're sucking of, the nectars from the flower. There is so much happening in the garden. that I am more tempted to sit in the garden than to go for a walk. So I said that is a promise I made to myself, because when I walk, my limbs feel better. Everything moves, because they said walking, and Tehran is not on tonight, but Tehran always says that walking is one of the best forms of exercise, and he is a trainer. So what he said is that the longest muscle in our body is the muscle from our hip all the way down. It's one long muscle, and it sits all the way here. And he says when you work it, you get a lot of benefits from it. And I know that because of years of doing it. But what I'm saying, it's an old thing. It's long ago that I prefer at this time of the year to go to the garden rather than go for a walk. Although the benefits of walking is greater than the benefits of working in the garden. So that's where I am. So I'm going to try to go for a walk when I'm done with this live, because I have to do it. I must do it today. And then tomorrow I will try it again. So I want to know how you guys feel about this thing, and we'll talk about it. Use the garden as a reward for taking a walk. Oh, Rosie, I love you. Rosie has come through. Thank you for pumping us up. Did I pump? Yoko, you are darling. I pumped you up. I came to be pumped up, and you guys, everybody's perfect. Everybody in this family keeps the promises they make to themselves. So Rosie said, use the garden as a reward. I'm going to do that. Great idea. Angela is joining in and helping them out the same way. Guys, anyway, I'm going to go for this walk for at least 30 minutes. I do a kilometer in 10.15 minutes. So I might do 3 or 4. And let's see how it works. So thank you guys for a wonderful, it was fun though. It was just putting me on the line and letting you guys see that I too face those things. Just like you having to make a decision when you make a promise to self, how often do you keep it? So at least think about that. When you make another promise to yourself, remember, have you kept it? And see how you feel, and then maybe you'll remember me, because I am not very good at doing this one. All the other promises to self, I do. But for some reason, the garden is my biggest temptation. It's like my lover, the passion I feel in that garden. Sometimes I just stand there and inhale it. You go there like around this time, and you can still see the birds trying to go to sleep. And if you're fortunate, you might, sometimes we have deers that just come through. We have a fox that just sits in the middle of the street. So there's so many nice things that you can see. You don't go to them. And of course, you'll see the squirrels, and of course, all the chipmunks and the raccoon. It's a forest, but it's so beautiful and it's so tempting. So in the evening, certain plants give out their fragrances. And in the day, when the sun is up and high, some of the plants perfume the air and you can smell it. And in the early morning, that's the trick. When the dew is on the ground and you look and you see droplets on the leaves of some of the plants, and it just looks like somebody took a pen and they dropped all these little droplets on the leaves. They're so beautiful. And then you go up, there's this one, as I said, smells like coffee. And then there's some that smell, the bee balm has a special scent. And of course, those roses, they just, and the earlier you go out there, the nicer it is. I will be doing my morning blessing like I did last summer in the garden. And you guys will tell me what you think. You're going to have to bring up the discussion. So anyway, thank you for a wonderful evening of chatting, me just chatting away. And we'll see where that leads. So thanks Angela and Rosie and Rosita and Yoko and Ali and Umanji. And who else? Life After Divorce, and Donato 1 of 6, and all of you who joined us tonight. Thank you so much for coming. It's a pleasure, and I'm really grateful you spent some time listening to me babble as usual. This time I wasn't pounding it into you. I was trying to get you to give me some pounding. And of course, none of you were willing to do that. I take my iPad to the garden. This thing would be covered with dirt, guys, if I took it to the garden, because I would get involved in it. So we have to find a way for me to ignore. So I'll let you know when I come on the live tomorrow night. I will give you just a 2-minute. Today I ignored the garden and did my exercise. So have a wonderful evening. Thank you for showing up and enjoying the live, and we'll see what happens. Humility said 30 minutes, hit exercise at 5:30. 5:30, I am meditating and praying, then I have to shower. I'm not going to go through that again. You guys got the whole thing. So talk to you guys and see you tomorrow morning at 8 for the morning blessing. We are on day 18th of the gratitude journaling. The gratitude of desire fulfilled. Wow. That is the rest of the month is gratitude of desires fulfilled. So see you tomorrow at 8, where we do an exercise to pull in what we desire into our heart and lock it in there. So sending you light and joy. Have a wonderful evening. Don't forget to get your book, Controlling the Debt Monster. That book, if you, for your children, for yourself, Yoko has it. A few of you already got it. Rosita got it. All of month of June, I am going to show you how to get financially independent, where you can, if you don't own your own home, pay it off. I'll show you. All of that is in here. How to. I have examples that's amazing. Today, you guys heard me talk about one young man, Patrick, and my daughter met his sister. She was out and she said, my mom was wondering how old is Patrick. He's 30 years, guys, and he's had his home for 6 months. He's married with 2 kids. His wife is only 28. And I got them, they went onto this thing and they studied it with me. So what I'm asking you to do is to have that journey. The nice thing, what you don't know, is the small things. They bought the second house, a bigger house. And he'll be paid, they also be paid off in 9 years. He'll have paid it off. And houses in Canada are very expensive, but I showed him how. And they paid for their own wedding. I was at the wedding. So you can imagine. And when they had the second baby in January, when I phoned to congratulate him, he said, I should be asking for your gratitude or whatever. He said, because of you, both of them came on the phone. We are where we are. And it's not because of me, it's because they followed the plan. In this book, I just opened it. The Monster's Diet Plan. So look at the workbook. It has a workbook right in it. And it takes a little while to get to you. So order it. We start June 1st. And we'll be doing it. And it's so the monster, Controlling the Debt Monster. And what we have done is make sure that the monster goes on a diet. Because the monster is the one eating all your money. The debt is eating all your money. So in the book, we talk about your monster's diet plan. So what you have to do, I teach you there how to put that monster on a diet. Then how do you plan to keep the monster on its diet? So you have to decide what you do with the monster, the debt monster. And of course, this is a note of thanks to you for handling my finances in such a professional and effective way. You are an incredible lady and much to be credited. I will say there is none like you. Absolutely none. I'm now finding things much easier, and definitely I will recommend you to others. And these are Bernice Wright. And that lady was very right. And she was amazing how I had to do that. So I got a lot of these things in the book when the book first came out. So what I want you to do is to get ready, because you will have all kinds of things that are going to be so great. You'll be so happy. Each of the chapters has something to learn. So at the end of the first chapter, the chapters are not long. At the beginning is why I wrote this book. But then I wrote it because we need your help showed up, right? And at the end of the chapter is like 2.5 pages. So it's short chapters. The summary says, stay calm. It's okay to ask for help. Every member of the family needs to participate in fighting the debt monster. Gather and prepare financial statements, pay stubs, credit card bills, household expense bills, etc. Have a journal ready to record your spending. So it's spending, it's not a budget. And then we said the next thing comes, review your income and expenses, then write down your thoughts. What do you think? Then realization, what happened to me? What happened here? So that's June 1st, and the realization is another chapter. On the first page of your journal, list your income before and after tax employee deduction. So it's showing you what you must do. Facing the monster the way it is. Many people don't face the debt. They hide it under the fruit dish. The bill comes and they go like this. Like it will disappear. It's not going anywhere. So this is what Controlling the Debt Monster is going to be for you. And I want you to remember it. that this is going to be a fantastic course, and it's free all the month of June. And if you get on it, and you like it, then you can see where we can go with this. So have a wonderful evening, and thank you so much. Get in the hammock ready for me, and some pepperoni and pasta. The hammock, you saw the hammock, eh? It just don't look anything, just do what you're supposed to do. Thanks. So I love all this advice that's coming late. Try your YouTube exercise by your garden. I'm going to try, Rosie. I'll call you when I'm doing it. Put it in your calendar, LOL, that advice to myself. Thank you, I'm going to do that. Stand on your head for an hour. Let's see you do that next challenge. I can do it, by the way. I will go to your house at 5:30. Yoko is doing that. Exercise by, everybody has these wonderful things. So guys, thank you. I enjoyed having each and every one of you here tonight. So take care and have a wonderful night. So somebody said, DM Tessa, she will fill you in and sign you up. Okay. Hi, Marina. Nice to see you guys. You will. So anyway, I love having you, and it's hard to leave you guys when I come here. And most IG Live is not like a big team of fun and games. You're learning something, and it's a show. It's not an IG Live. It's an entertainment with education. And you learn better when you have a smile on your face. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night. And I will be reporting on my passion, the garden, and my walk for life. So I need to walk for life, but the garden is my passion. So I'm torn between the two. And the passion always wins. So let us see if I can say later, honey, and go for my walk and come back to the garden. So sending you light and joy. Have a wonderful evening. And so thank you. Namaste for joining me. And just those of you who didn't think I could do the sun salutation, I did it. Next time I'll stand on my head. The question I'm going to ask you tonight, this is the one question before I go, because it has to do with the death monster. Have you ever in your entire life stood up in front of the mirror and said to yourself, how I thought I would be out of debt by now, especially credit cards and line of credit debt? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I really thought I would be out of debt by now at the age I am. Have you? Well, if you have, buy the book, because I will make sure you get out of that credit card and line of credit debts. I have the answer. Been there, taught it for 30 years. And that is what I can do. I can take you there. And somebody has a question. Let me see what that is. The hook. Thank you. I got that. So guys, I am so happy that I remember to tell you, if you had that ever stood up and say, you know what, or talking to somebody, a friend, a family, a confidant, and you say, you know what, if let's say it's Yoko you're talking to, say, you know what, Yoko, at my age, I really thought at the age I am now that I would be out of debt. That's what it is. If you have that, if you ever have that yearning, that's what I will get for you. I will get you there. Because 30 years of financial experience, 30 full years. And then furthermore, I know how to do it. So come join me on this journey to financial debt-free, financial freedom debt-free, where you will own your own home. Can you imagine being 39 years old and your mortgage is paid off? And you can still work for another 20 or more years, and all that money you have, and you can travel. Come on. You'll own your own home. Buy a car of your choice. Travel, take a vacation once, twice, 3 times a year, and be debt-free. That's what I'm offering you. So join me next month. We will have some fun doing that. Let me check any more questions. I took all my questions. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Talk to you later. Bye.